Hello there, gang. Devere here, playing a little bit of Albedo. Eyes from Outer Space. It's an intriguing little... It's a first-person puzzler, escape the room type deal. So let's have a little look at what we get, shall we? Option-wise, there's your difficulty settings and such. Graphics, you do have some advanced settings. Not masses of them. Controls are mostly rebindable. It's a bit of a confusing system. Shortcuts and more your interaction keys. So it's a bit of a choppy kind of interface here, but it's different. Finally some audio and some language settings. The manual is mostly useless, in fairness. It just kind of tells you to which mouse buttons to click. Back, if you don't mind. You want to make sure you've set your options this side of the game, because you can't actually set them once you're actually in. So let's start a new game on easy, just so you can see what it's about.
Okay, see you tomorrow morning. I think I drank too much. What happened? Explosions. I wonder what caused them. How did I end up in the basement? That's a long draw. I should check on Jeffries. He was in the boiler room. I've got to get out of here.
So yes, the voice acting is not the greatest, in all honesty, and graphics are also a bit rough. So this is definitely an intriguing game. So it says eat a pick. What? I said pick it up, not eat it.
The machine is shaking. Huh? It sounds like a monster. I'll have to kill it, but I don't think we can stand a chance against it. There's something out there.
So yes, it's this interface really that's the biggest problem, or one of the biggest problems. So you scroll through for different actions. You can, where's the look? There's our use with, and you sort of highlight that and click it again.
Sounds like the creature wants the rat. I don't think it's a good idea to deal with it head on. I better set up a trap.
So this is quite a cumbersome interface. There's the use with.
Cut the rat and use it to distract the creatures. I'll need to tip over the vending machine from a distance.
So we should now be able to open the door.
The door is locked from the other side. No way out.
Or does it come from its own? Pretty sure that's everything I need.
This box fell from the hole in the I can see something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we can see because it's green with all these glowing graphics. I think it's supposed to be like a hint indicator as to what's going on. Oh, we'll pop that away now. Let's just drop those. I think we need to clear the area. You also notice that the FOV on this game is incredibly restrictive. Now, what did we... so right click to open your inventory. We picked up a brick. And that's your throw icon. So it's a bit clumpy around the edges, but it's sometimes the lateral thinking you need to do.
The machine is shaking.
It can be quite...
Standard sonic interval. Strange at this point. Offline.
Well, I thought that was all I had to do, was get the rat under there. Maybe if I throw a brick at the door. Maybe not. Yeah, this is a problem with a lot of this game. You will be sitting there thinking, what do I do next? There is an incredible amount of sometimes very weird lateral thinking needed. There's one room when you've got to collect a rubber glove and then use a machine to fill it full of oxygen. It's not the most obvious thing sometimes. Let's try putting them up. No, let's not do that then. So the potential here is absolutely brilliant. But between the interface, the sometimes quite randomness of the puzzles.
The snacks have already been opened. The machine is shaking.
See, and I've already. This is the thing. I've done this. I've completed it before. Ah, hang on. Let's try this. This might be what we need. See if don't think we could use that with a door. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's just pop that in the inventory.
I fell through that hole.
Let's try throwing things. What are you going to do with that?
The door is locked from the other side. Way out.
Ah, I just had to pick up the rope. Right, now let's try. There we go. So yes, you're a security guard who's in this facility and some sort of... something has happened. So basically, it's very hard to say whether this is a gem in the rough or just rough. It has a lot of... There's my little strange tool. I just put it away by mistake. It's just such a cumbersome interface. So we've got a hose, and we've got a valve over here somewhere. So now we should be able to got any need to drop it? Okay, so what is it, still blocked?
A tube.
Ah, yes, of course I know. We picked up a valve, didn't we? Let's see. A valve used with... It's just very specific. Everything's glowing green, and these graphics are also quite glowing.
A valve.
Right, so now we've got the water flowing. So it's got some intriguing puzzle elements to it. They've put a lot of thought into some of the sort of little mini games, but I say at the same time it's just such... Sometimes just such randomness. Can I still keep you going, please? We can now punch it. And we have an eye. So we've got... So it's an intriguing idea, but it's one that it's hard to give a whole-hearted recommendation to. Let's turn that off now.
It's not working.
So we need to find something else to do. Because it's not always the most obvious thing what you've got to do. Let's try this thing again. Combined with that cumbersome interface.
I see something.
What do we see? Give me a clue here. It's not... Ah, hang on. Right, there. Bucket. See here, that was it. You have to short, or you have to connect that an electrical circuit using a bucket of water, which isn't probably the safest idea in the world. I think we have to bring the bucket down here. So it's definitely got some intriguing ideas. It's certainly got a lot of odd ideas as well as some very frustrating puzzles.
I think that's enough.
Right, so we should drop it. So I think we'll just about conclude our dealings here, but combining the rather cumbersome interface with the... So we now made an electrical circuit with a bucket of water. I'm not sure that's the world's greatest idea, all things said and done.
What is that thing? It doesn't look harmful, but it's blocking stairs.
So it's just the randomness of some of the thinking needed. You will be scratching your head a lot in this game, combining it with a somewhat cumbersome interface. It's hard to say, would I give it a recommendation or not a recommendation for people. It's about 11 quid. If it was a little bit cheaper, I'd be a bit happier, because I can see it's going to appeal. It's not going to have widespread appeal, I'd say, really. Nice if the FOV was a little bit more forgiving as well. Just because there's sometimes some of the frustrations with the slightly clumpy controls and trying to scroll through inventories and pick things out and do things when there's aliens attacking you can be a little bit cumbersome. There's no two ways about it. So it's definitely a Marmite game, in all honesty. It's got masses of potential, but a little bit more smoothing, and maybe another lick of paint on the graphics, as they are a little bit rough around the edges, in all fairness. But the basic gameplay is sort of quite decent.
How did that? It's the chain is dumbwaiter. It's broken. I need to link up the dumbwaiter chain again.
There's a lot of little things to interact with. I think was it.
The drawer might hold some secrets. I should find something to pick.
So that's
The janitor wouldn't have left his key in there, would he?
of course that means he's left his key in there. So yes, this was Albedo. Right? Eyes from Outer Space. It's an intriguing premise. It's a very well thought out game. I say the developers have definitely put a little thought into the various puzzles and mini games, such as this lock picking one. But at the same time, there's a lot of extreme lateral thinking needed, and often frustrating repeated attempts to do things before they finally get done. Oh, thought that was something to interact with. Just gone back to where I came from. Again, it's not the most smooth interface in the world. So yes, we'll conclude our dealings here, gang. It's got a sort of lovely lo-fi vibe, but with a steep cliff learning curve. So anyway, gang, I hope you found this video useful or interesting in some way. And if you have, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye now.